everyone, what's up? AB Scott, this is your boy Abbas. Welcome back to the family. Welcome back to AB React. Alright, AB Scott. So today I'll be checking out another interesting video of Douglas Murray, and this one has to do with him saying something about a huge tax ahead. So if you know you are ready to watch this video with me, do all to smash your like button, join the family, join AB React by clicking on your subscribe button, and of course on your notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I upload a video. If you have recommendation, suggestion, guys, always do all to leave it right there in the comment section. Of course, guys, it's always my pleasure to welcome you guys back on the channel. So guys, let's check this out.
You mentioned illegal migrants there, and it started already. More than 300 illegal migrants have been arrested by ICE during raids in and around sanctuary cities across the US. This includes sex offenders and other violent criminals. Douglas, this is just the beginning of what clearly is a massive task ahead for ICE and Border Czar Tom Homan. But how good is it to see law and order slowly and finally being restored?
Well, as I've said for many years, if you don't have a border, you don't really have a country, or at least you won't have a country very soon. The way in which illegal migration has been encouraged in recent years, not just in America, but of course in Britain, Europe, and elsewhere, has been really shocking. It has undermined the fabric of these societies, and it rewards the illegality at the first point. Many people like that Barmy Bishop will be thinking about, these people saying they're not all or not all these illegal migrants are criminals. That's true with the fact that obviously not all of them have raped and murdered people since entering the US illegally, but all of them have broken the law by entering the US illegally. And meantime, by the way, this is another of those great things that undermines one of the central fabrics of a society is, legal migration is hard. Getting asylum, actually, for legitimate reasons is hard. And the fact that at the same time as that reality exists, you just have this other world where anyone who just breaks the law is allowed to do so is just something that has massively undermined the United States of America, as with other developed democracies. It is a huge task ahead for the Trump administration. There's no doubt about that. And they are going to be fought against by Democrat governments in sanctuary cities, Democrat authorities in sanctuary cities like New York and like cities in California. And we'll just see what happens. But I think that one very important thing about this is it's not just that America and the American voters who voted in Donald Trump are watching. I think the world is watching, because countries like Italy, Spain, France, and others that have millions of illegal migrants in their countries that they have totally failed to deport. Britain is another example. More than 1 million illegal migrants in the UK. Total failure of the government, total failure of the state to enforce.
Donald Trump is actually working very hard because, before he actually came up to be the president of the United States of America, during his campaign, during his interviews and everything, he actually made mention of deporting a lot of illegal migrants. And I mean, seeing mass illegal migrant being arrested, this is actually something that some other countries will actually learn from, because we actually have a lot of migrants coming in, like illegal migrants coming in without any permission, without any legal things to show. So looking at this video and then hearing what Douglas Murray is saying, like Trump administration is just starting. It is just starting. Like a lot is going to happen, a lot is going to change. Like he is so ready to make things right. Like he actually said, we are going to make America great again, and this is what he's actually doing so far. So Donald Trump, the president, keep doing what you know how to do. Like, we are all here to support you. This is a very nice one from Donald Trump. Let's continue, guys.
The border laws. If Donald Trump can do this in America, then maybe there's a blueprint for other countries saying, we are fair-minded countries. We're good countries, which is why so many people want to come to the developed world. There must be something we're doing right, but we're mad if we think we can just have open borders and anyone in the world can walk in. So the American voters will be watching Trump, but my prediction is that governments across Europe and elsewhere will also be watching very carefully and hoping that he succeeds and that they can follow.
Absolutely, and hopefully he sets that standard. Now, I want to ask you about the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. We've already seen the first of some of the hostages being released. But Douglas, in your view, will this really ever truly end this war?
Well, it's very early to say. My expectation is no. I'm extremely pleased for the hostage families whose daughters were released. 3 women were released, of course, at the weekend. There has been an awful lot of praise of countries like Qatar in particular for helping to effect this release. There are still many scores of hostages in Gaza, an international array of hostages in Gaza who were stolen, kidnapped from their loved ones on October the 7th. And Hamas, in its unbelievable necrophilic style, is also holding on to the bodies of murdered hostages. And the Israeli negotiators are having to deal with talking about how to get dead bodies back from Hamas's clutches, as well as hopefully as many living hostages as possible. I think there are just 2 things quickly I would say about this. The first is that whether or not the war ends really relies on Hamas. Hamas could have stopped this war, and indeed it could have not started it. And that would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? But there's one other corner which does have to be highlighted, which is the role of Qatar. Qatar is one of the funders and hosts of Hamas. And it is galling to some of us to watch the praise being dished out to Qatar and the Emir at the moment. In my view, a rather perhaps old-fashioned and niche one at the moment, is that if you try to burn down your neighbor's house, then if you provide a fire extinguisher 15 months later, you shouldn't be enormously overpraised for your actions. And that's the situation that Qatar is in. They should be made to give all of the hostages back. None of the hostages should have been in Gaza in the first place. They were stolen, and it's high time that all of them were given back. And I hope the Trump administration will make it clear that that is its priority. So far, they've been very strong on that, but it requires regional partners to do their bit and not to play this double-dealing game that countries like Qatar have.
Yeah, absolutely. Spot on as always. Douglas Murray, really good to speak with you. Thank you so much for joining me on the show this evening.
It's a great pleasure as always. Thank you.
That was another interesting one from Douglas Murray, and I mean, that was an interesting video. And also not just interesting video, like, getting to hear what Trump administration is about going to do. I mean, it's a great thing. Like, it's going to be a great relief to so many countries. And then, I mean, in terms of the border, immigrants, like, I mean, come on, he is so ready, and I hope he actually succeed in doing this. So guys, at this point, this is where we draw the curtain for today. And if you really enjoyed this video as much as, do well to smash the like button, join the family, join AB React. Yes guys, join the community. Let's continue to grow and grow and grow. And also, if you have any recommendations, suggestion, guys, you know how we do it, you know the vibes. Do well to drop it right there in the comment section. All right, I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, stay positive, don't go away, don't touch that dial. Bye guys.